be clear, you speak to men, but I'm gonna speak to the women. As far as love languages, y'all, I don't know if Hub already said this part because I was in and then I was out because I got a call. But the dude who wrote the love language books is just a grifter.
Yep.
He wrote this book and he is no better than the people who sell these femininity courses online and the
Yes.
I'm gonna teach you like the magical word to say to get these men to fall in
Good
love
info.
with you. He's
Mm-hmm.
no better than these people because we as women have to unpack the need for male validation and the need to censor men so we can stop falling victim to wasting our damn money on these damn grifters, because there's no amount of love language in the world, there's no amount of femininity in the world, there's no amount of say this magical phrase and make him fall for you that's going to get this man to quote unquote fall for you. Um, the people who sell these be more feminine courses, or I'm gonna teach you how to do this, I'm gonna teach you how to do that. I don't trust them because, like Pub was saying, every love language is necessary. There's no love language that's not necessary. And in the grand scheme of things, even if it did happen to work, um, the men have already taken the love languages over to their side and they've learned how to weaponize it against us
Mm-hmm.
because every single man, his love language is physical touch.
Everyone.
Every single one. If you go on a dating app and scroll down his dating app, one, he's saying his every single one of them, their love language is physical touch, and two, they want to talk about this so that they can pretend to be deep and they
Mm-hmm.
can have this conversation with you where you're like, oh my god, see, he gets it, he listens, because if I tell him my love language, he's going to listen and he's going to reciprocate, and if I give him his love language, he's going to listen and he's going to reciprocate, and that's not going to happen. Also, ladies, if you give men gifts or give them your love language, they're not going to give it back in return to you. That's not how it works, because oftentimes as women we think if we give we're going to get, and that's not how it works. That's how we get
Uh-uh.
taken advantage of.
Yeah. If you give, most niggas is gonna take. Sabrina Carpenter got a dope ass song. Uh, I've been stuck on her album for about 2 weeks now. That shit be slapping. I ain't gonna even hold y'all. But she got a dope ass song. It's called Dumb and Poetic. That's what you just described, like the dudes that be on there trying to be like fake deep and shit. Yeah. Y'all gotta, if you ain't heard that song, go listen to that song. That song is that Dumb and Poetic. That shit had me fucking crying. I'll be listening to that shit. The funny thing is the tone of the song is like, it's very like melancholy, right? Like she's supposed to listen to it and it's like, it's no drums. It's like a harp playing and shit like that. And I just listening to the song, I'm laughing because she, like, everything she was saying about men in there, I was crying like, yeah, man, I know a lot of you fake deep motherfuckers out here that be doing them, all them fake deep quotes and shit like that, thinking y'all Gary V, thinking y'all fucking David Goggins and shit. All them fake deep dudes, man. I can't stand that shit. It always rubbed me the wrong way. Y'all don't know. I told y'all I hate bad suit coaches, but I also hate I don't like motivational speakers. It's called Dumb and Poetic, baby girl. I don't like motivational speakers. Generally speaking, I don't like motivational speakers. Yeah, I'm not into that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it always rubs me the wrong way. Always. I'm always like, this shit is corny. Like you never giving people the actual formula on how to be better. You just saying shit to them. It's like paying somebody to listen to a politician lie to you. That's what I feel like. I feel like you're just listening to a politician lie to you. They talk just like politicians. A bunch of platitudes, a bunch of riddles and shit. Like, I'll be like, that's me though. Y'all can, if you know a good motivational speaker, you know what? I listened to that. I watched the video of, I watched her movie too, but, oh my goodness, she's an autistic woman. Her name was like oh my goodness. I can't remember her name, but she was dope as fuck. And she talked about like, she was autistic like in the 60s and 70s, I think, or maybe 70s. and her mom, what her mom did to like, you know, her mom like worked with her. Temple Grandin. Yep, there you go. Mother, thank you. Temple Grandin. The shit. Like that shit right there. When I watched her and I watched that movie, I was like, oh my God. Crazy. Yeah. She raised horses and then she ended up killing him. But oddly enough, she was really in touch with the animals and she did all of that to like, but she did it like to do it humanely. That was her thing. The animals are going to be unalived. And she was like, let's figure out how to unalive them more humanely. Yeah. Yeah, she was like really, and she was like the animal, she was like the horse whisperer, the cow whisperer, and then she ended up going to college and she got into like she basically taught like how industrial slaughterhouses. She like, you know, she taught them how to like unalive the animals more humanely. Yeah. Temple Grandin, that's her name, Temple Grandin. She cool as shit though. Her mom was dope. I loved it.
She was a motivational speaker.
She did a TED talk, and it was like you know what I'm saying. All to me, some TED talks are motivational, and some of them are like informational, right? Some of them are both, but hers was like a motivational thing to me, right? I was very much motivated after listening to her shit, listening to her story or whatever. I was like, damn, this is crazy. But yeah,
anybody trying to sell you this information, like these courses, and like it bewilders me how, you know what I'm saying? Like people who don't know what the fuck they doing always got to charge. Like, for example, it's a person on this app, right? And she sells femininity, and it has to do with being a girl, if you know what I'm saying. Like, your only qualification is that you're married. Lady, ma'am, person who's selling the course, how am I supposed to know that your marriage is working? What else do you have to qualify me to give me this information other than I've been married? And the fact that people like they put married people on a pedestal, like, oh, I only listen to people who've been married for 40 years. I want to listen to the person who's been divorced as well, because what did you learn from the divorce? What did you learn from your marriage? Because now you're not in it and you can speak to it unbiasedly. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want to know. What you learn from it? I'm taking advice from everywhere. You don't only qualify people based on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what else? Yeah, like if you a marriage, if you were married and you got your degree in psychology and human behavior, you know, I might want to listen to you. I want to read your book, but I ain't gonna read somebody's book who just been. I've been a parent for 30 years. Let me teach you about parenting, and all my kids went to jail. You know, no, I'm good.
A lot of people that be married when they be married for a long time, when you ask them how did it last so long, they be saying shit like a lot of sacrifice. And I'll be like, yeah, I don't like that shit. Sound like y'all
big ass answer.
Y'all just tolerating each other at this point. Oh, you know, love is hard, man. It's a lot of self-sacrifice and you know, and then you ask the woman and she be like, you know, just being patient, a lot of patience. And I'm like, yeah, see, I'm not liking what y'all saying. Y'all basically just saying y'all just fucking just putting up with shit for 30 fucking years. I don't want to do that shit. I'm trying to live, baby. A lot of forgiveness, a lot of forgiveness, a lot of cognitive dissonance.
Yeah, no, sounds like that Betty Wright song. Don't beg Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie is just a man, and he's doing the best he can. Like, ma'am, no, please, no, we're not doing this no more, auntie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, y'all not about to have me out here settling. That's what I be feeling like. All the old married people, they be trying to have you settle like they did. They be like, gotcha. Ha ha ha, welcome to the gulag. You like, damn, nigga, you could have told me. I thought, yeah, y'all, anytime people say love is hard, and I be like, yeah, you're not the one. I ain't listening. I'm not listening to nobody talking about love is hard. Love is it's so easy for me to love my children. It's the easiest shit on the planet. It's never been hard.
And speaking to your topic, speaking of owing somebody smacks, I need everybody to read the book, and I always promote it. It's called The Gift of Fear. In the book, it talks about how people, and particularly predators, and particularly men who are predators, they do this thing called loan sharking, and it's a manipulation tactic where they will help you with something or do something for you. And women have the tendency to feel like they owe men something after they've done something for them.
Yep.
So if a man is taking you out on a date, an expensive date, that's why they have this narrative. Well, like, oh, if I take you out on this $200 date, you better be giving me a little sucky sucky. You better be doing something. Hell no. Because if you're taking me out on this date, you taking me out on this date because you enjoy the company and you like this restaurant and you want to experience this restaurant with me, or you think that this is a nice place to take me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't owe you shit. No matter what you do for me or how you do it for me, I don't owe you anything. Just as much as you don't owe me anything as a man. But if you want to do something for me and in return, like, I want to do something for you, you bought me a birthday gift, so like I'm gonna buy you a birthday gift in return. But exchanging smecks for good restaurants, or, oh, I came and helped you with your car, the least you can do is, you know what I'm saying, why am I not getting smecks yet? It's completely unacceptable. It's unacceptable because I don't owe you shit, and I'm never ever gonna feel like I owe anybody anything. And it's called loan sharking, ladies. People will do that to you. They will love bomb you in hopes of cashing in on that later on.
I know a lot of men who do that. Guilty Angel here. Maz, can you guys mute Guilty Angel for the live? Yeah, they're being very, very problematic. Green, you are muted until you come up. I just muted you for the whole live. You can come up and get unmuted though. I don't mind. I'll unmute you when you get up here though. You don't have your request. You don't have your. I'm not able to invite you up, so you have to request, and I'll let you up immediately. Definitely want to hear your thoughts on this. Mello says, what'd you say, Mello? That damn, I forgot your comment. I should have wrote it down. What'd you say, Mello? The last one you said.
I would just said I had mentioned kind of why so many people followed Steve Harvey's relationship advice when he was horrible at it.
Yeah. I don't know what I'll be honest with you. I don't know what Steve Harvey was saying to women. I've never watched any of those like Think Like a Man 1 or 2s or whatever. I don't know. The only thing beyond the Steve Harvey show and the Kings of Comedy, I think I watched a few episodes of the Family Feud shit. I don't know what the fuck Steve Harvey be talking about. So what was he talking about?
He had all these rules that people are supposed to go by, you know, the 90-day rule as far as smacks and just all these different, you know.
What's the 90-day rule? Like, don't have smacks for 90 days?
Yeah.
It's a lady on here. Doesn't she do that? Like 90 days, no kissing, no arguing, no whatever?
Yeah, that's the Canadian lady.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it if that's what works for you. I mean, because even if you wait for 90 days, the 100th day, he could be like, that's all I wanted, and ghost you.
Yeah, but the likelihood of that happening goes down if you do that. Wouldn't you think?
No, not really, because relationships end after 6 months. You know what I mean? So there's no guarantee that after 90 days.
No. Hold on, time out. None of this is guaranteed. Nothing I'm saying I'm talking about is guaranteed. And anybody can do anything whenever they want to, and men manipulate, and we know that. Like, I'm just saying, I don't think that is it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad to make somebody wait 90 days, or you wait 90 days. It's not bad. That's not a bad thing to do. That's all I'm saying. It's not bad. I'm not saying like everybody should do it. I'm not saying it's a fucking fail-safe plan. I'm just saying it's not bad, right? It's not a lie. It's not like it'll actually hurt the person. That's all I'm saying. So where's the argument? Like, what's wrong with that? If somebody says, yeah, I'm just going to wait, then cool, you're right. But Mello, what you just said is what I say all the time, and y'all be arguing against. When I say men mask, and they'll mask for years, not 90 days, they'll mask for fucking 9,000 days. When I say that, you go, oh, not all men, pub. No, these women is... But you just said that right now so that you could push back against what I was saying. Like, you don't think that that's weird?
I never said men didn't mask public. I said people mask. Nobody to me is 100% honest starting off in the beginning of a relationship. Everybody puts their best person forward. It takes time for you to start seeing chinks in the armor. And I don't say that just for men. I say that for people.
So what's wrong with waiting 90 days? That's you're making the case for you should wait 90 days. You said over time. So what do? 90 days is time.
I mean, 90 days is only a small percentage of time. Most people I know, most people can last in a facade 90 days. So that's not like a magic number. 90 days is just a close enough number to where you've learned as much about them as they've allowed you to in 90 days. So that doesn't still give you that overall perception of what they're really like after 90 days, because that's nothing.
I hate to say this, y'all, and Mello came up here and you ruined my day by making me agree with you, Mello. I hate that for me. How this is the problem with waiting 90 days. One, the women who are subscribing to the wait 90 days thing, they're looking for some magical solution in order to get the man and keep the man and have a man. And that cannot be your intention. That's why I say you have to unpack that internalized misogyny before you start dating, period. Because if you are going into this and you're looking for a fail-safe plan and you're looking for anything to trap the man, so it's just like, oh, I'll say this magic sentence and he'll fall in love with me. I'll wait 90 days and he'll fall for me.
But Lynn, that's not what it is, though. And I could respect what you're saying on one end of it. Like, you're saying the women or whoever, if you're following this and you're thinking this is going to lead me to the Holy Grail, that's wrong. But the people who push this idea, they're not saying that either. They're just saying it will increase the chances of you or decrease the chances of you being hurt by somebody, which it does. That's all I'm saying.
Like, so because if you wait 90 days, and let's say you wait 90 days and you get to know this person for 90 days and you get your feelings involved, as women tend to do in this 90 days, and this person, you wait the 90 days and you're like, 90 days, I'm gonna have sex with him now. And then you have sex with him and he leave you on day 91, you are more likely to be still attached to him. You still not dating detachedly. I think waiting until you're ready is more appropriately. Wait until you've dealt with the fact that if this man leave after day 30, after day 60, 90, whatever the case may be, I'm straight with it.
It's not, I think the way that we're interpreting it is like, you're thinking about it as an absolution, right? Like an absolute, I should say. I'm not. I'm just literally looking at it like a math equation. Odds are, if you make a person wait 90, so if you have, you're a woman, right? If you got 50 dudes trying to get at you, right? And you don't tell them you wait 90 days. I'm just saying you just wait 90, like, you never tell the man.
Right,
exactly.
Okay.
So if you have 50 dudes trying to talk to you and you didn't put out, you didn't get physical, you know what I'm saying? How many of them would actually make it to day 90? Like, what percentage of them do you think would actually make it to day 90?
Not a lot of them. But
exactly.
Not a lot of them.
So you're going to weed out a lot of the riffraff by making them wait 90. That's all it is. And then it doesn't mean that the ones you have left are like, oh, these are the most, like, these guys are the perfect candidate. That's nobody saying that. If you believe that, then you got the wrong, like, you're doing it for the wrong reasons, because I don't get that from what she's saying at all, right? I get it. I just get it from that.
Yeah, I don't know the person that you're talking about, but when it comes to Steve Harvey, I think, like, in his messaging, like, he did mention a little bit about, oh yeah, but he'll stick around longer, and the ones who have stayed around longer, those are the ones. But again, like, the women who tend to subscribe to, like, oh, okay, 90 days, who are so hard set and have to have these rules in place, they tend to drop the ball and tell the man, like, oh, I make everybody wait 90 days if you can't wait 90 days, because their goal is to get the man. The man is the center. So that's why I'm saying it can be problematic when it comes to the woman who is implementing these dating tactics, depending on how she dates or her mindset.
I think also what people, because I see people saying like he gonna sleep with women in between. That's just one part of it. That's just one part of it, which is
And that shouldn't matter either. You just dating this man. If
that's
he's
what I'm
sleeping
saying.
with
You just
other
dating
people
this
and you
man. So if
not,
he's
then who
sleeping with
cares?
other women, who fucking cares? It's the point of it is, to me, it's all the other shit. No arguing, no raised voices, no aggressive. Like you really get a chance to like really fill a motherfucker out. Way better than you would in hour 90, or you know what I'm saying? Like it just makes more sense. Like that's what I'm saying. Like y'all, we can sit here and the more you talk to a person, the more likely you are to actually see, you know, chinks in their armor, right? That's all it is, right? It just makes you slow it down a little bit. And for some people, they need that. They need that rule in place for them because they don't have control outside of that. So they need it like a strategy. That's fine. It works for them. It doesn't like, I just don't like, I'm not gonna like the idea in and of itself is not a bad idea. That's all I'm saying. Like it's not something for me to be like, it doesn't work or it does work. I don't fucking know if it does or it doesn't, but it ain't a bad thing at the end of the day. It's not bad. It ain't a net negative. It's definitely just like how you implement it is going to be the reasons why you're implementing it is going to be, you know, it's going to tell the whole tale, right? Like, so to your point, if a woman's getting in it going, all I got to do is wait 90 days and whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever men are left or whatever man is left, he wins. Like it's fucking Hunger Games or some shit like that. Like that's not what I'm saying. Like, no, if you think that way, that's not the right way to use it. But if you just like, I don't like, why am I rushing? Why not get to know this person? Why not talk to them? Why make sure that they're not gonna be sitting up there fucking arguing with me and fighting, bickering with me all the damn time? And you know what I'm saying? And I don't even know how they look. I don't even know how they look like online. Like I don't know how they move online. Cause as we know, a lot of these men be saying shit online that they would never say in real life. Maybe you might catch a motherfucker slipping in the live talking that shit. Or in the you know what I'm saying? Like it just give you more time to see a motherfucker for who they really are. That's all it is.
But what is she saying, like, as far as like the no arguing part, no this part? What is she saying? Because that's my whole reason of agreeing is like the intention behind it. Because if the intention behind it is, then you'll get a man. Like you can get him if you do these things. Then I think that's the wrong intention. Because what are you
That's not
doing
what
in these 90? Okay,
that's not
like
her
I said, I've
intention.
never seen a lady. Because why no arguing? I don't get that. Because like,
Because why, if y'all like, okay, when I met my ex, even my wife, I don't think me and my wife argued for like a year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you just get with a motherfucker and y'all already arguing week 2, that's probably not the person for you. Right? That's probably not the person for you. Y'all arguing day 1 is probably not the person for you. Right? You can have a disagreement. You could, you know what I'm saying? And I'm saying like, you could like, it could, and I'm saying it could be like over sugar or salt and fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not, it don't got to be a serious one. I'm just saying like you would have a disagreement and it be respectful and it not be an argument. Not everything has to be an argument because you disagree. Right? Like, oh yeah, you like that? Oh, I didn't really like that movie. Okay. Well, what did you like about it? Oh, I like this about it. Okay, cool. And keep it pushing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But like having like a fucking argument, like, hey, oh, get the fuck out of here. You mean to tell me like that type of shit, like over, like, especially like over arbitrary shit that you shouldn't even be like, who the fuck cares? Who's better? Like Kobe or LeBron? Like who fucking gives a fuck? It's Kobe, but you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not about to sit here and argue with somebody on date number 2, Kobe or LeBron. Like it's gonna be like, oh, I think it's Kobe. Oh, damn, you think it's LeBron? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like even I knew that, even younger. Like I knew
because
that.
what I'm seeing in my head when you say this, or when women who are listening to her say this, like, okay, a man takes me out and he does something that I don't like, so I hear no arguing, and so I'm gonna be like, oh no, like let me not say this because lady on the internet told me no arguing. And I say this because even though she might say that's not what I mean, I've seen women, and even Shira 7 will say, I'm not a relationship person. I'm a person she's basically a gold digging coach. And the women will come on there and try to use her advice for a relationship where they fall in love. And she's like, it doesn't apply, it doesn't apply, it doesn't apply. When a woman is that desperate and wants a man that bad, it's that male centered, she's going to try to use any advice, love language, femininity coach, 90-day rule. What do I have to do to get this man to be here? Like, these women are
But
like,
that's
oh,
that woman though, Lynn. That's what I'm saying. We're having two different discussions. You're talking about the women or the people, because it ain't just women who do it, men do it too. Appreciate you, Mel. But the women specifically, you're talking about the mindset of the woman that's doing it. And I'm not disagreeing with you that if you are that type of woman or that type of person, if you're using it for the ends to either be an absolute, right, where it's like, I'm going to get my woman or man, you're wrong. And if you're using it as a way to manipulate, then obviously you're wrong. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, that aside, to me, that's not the discussion though. The discussion is the strategy in it of itself good or bad, right? Is it a net negative or could it be a positive? And I think overwhelmingly it is a positive thing, right? But I'm not one of those people that's like, it's the end all be all. Cause I do believe that, Lynn, if you don't need that strategy, you can sleep with a dude on day 1 or you can sleep with a dude on day 10 and y'all might end up being married, right? Like I've seen it go all the different ways. But for people who, like I said, some people just need a strategy. Some people just need something to, you know what I'm saying? Like they just need somewhere to start. You know what I mean? Like you just need somewhere to start. And that's a place for them to start. That's it. The same thing I was talking about with the love languages.
I guess what I'm saying is like they need people who need people with, before you take on the strategies, take on the healing aspect.
Absolutely.
Of why you need the strategy. That's all I'm saying.
I'm with all of that.
Is the intentionality behind it. Like you got to check your intentions behind it, because I've seen people like on TikTok, I've seen people in these chats like, and anybody to me who will be like, oh, I'm listening to this random chick on the internet who talks about being feminine, like, and she's going to give me the advice that I need in order to get a man. I'm like, why are you that desperate where you're paying $300 to a random woman on the internet just because she said she married and she got some magical femininity coach? I'm like, are you, what's the intention behind it, sweetie? Let's take a step back. Let's talk about why you would spend $300 for this lady to give you, like, is there something deeper there, or do you just need a little bit more strategy and you get it? Like,
yeah, I'm with that. I think that's a different conversation, and I can hear that and respect that. I don't think to me, that's not even what I'm on, but I hear you, because I just told you, I don't fucking, I think people who buy into, like, wholeheartedly buy into anything like that, I'm like, you setting yourself up for failure. Like, that's crazy. But if you just use it as like a tool and then you got other shit going on, like you said, and you're healed up and man, what's wrong with that? Nothing wrong with that. Heal up. Now you want to go out there and date again. Cool. Hey, I'm going to make a motherfucker wait 90 days. I'm going to wait 90 days before I do anything. And I want to check all these boxes off before I take the next step. That's all it is. I think that's perfectly fair and fine. I don't think it's for everybody, right? That's what I'm saying. That's why I would not be, for me, I don't feel comfortable like pushing it personally, because I remember she came up here and she was trying to, basically like, I think like recruit me, but like I can't push it because I want people, you know what I mean? Like different strokes for different folks, but in and of itself, I don't think it's a bad thing. No, hell no, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. Even for the women who are not all the way healed, they're still less likely to get hurt if they wait 90 days. That's what I'm saying. Even for those women, even for the women you're talking about, right? Let's say, here's what I'm saying. That strategy or not that strategy, right? Just that whatever they've been doing normally, which is like, let's say they've been just sleeping with dudes when they want to and hooking up with dudes when they want to, or not even just that, ignoring red flags, like arguing, like bickering, like disagreeing, you know what I'm saying? Like things of that nature. Let's say it's a woman that thinks like those things are normal and like, oh yeah, no, that's fine and whatever, because she, whatever, right? She ain't all the way healed or whatever you want to say, for whatever reason. And she doesn't have any guardrails, for dating. Or a man. I'm sorry, I don't want to make this woman specific, but like, so for a person, they don't have any guardrails and they're out there on their own with no guardrails and no strategy. This is just a strategy. I feel like that person is less protected than the person that adopts this strategy. Because I don't think this strategy at the end of the day will hurt in any way, shape, or form. I don't think it's harmful at all.
I guess I'm just seeing the side of a woman like, okay, women tend to, and like, if you've been in my life, you know, I say this all the time. Like, I hate because society has taught women to fawn or to people please or to be passive aggressive when they want to get like an end to a mean. So I see women who have been socialized to do this, hearing this advice and being like, oh, okay, no arguments. Okay, well, he did something I don't like. Let me not speak up for myself, because you already conditioned to people please. That's why I'm
No, no,
saying,
no,
like,
no.
before you.
But that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to just leave.
Yeah,
Like, if he
no,
argues with you,
100% I agree.
yeah. If he breaks a rule, you leave. That's how it works. If he breaks one of the rules, you leave. You don't make any concessions. You don't, you know what I'm saying? If he breaks a rule, you leave. That's how it works. It's very black and white in that way. I feel like that's fine. I feel like that's safe. I do. I feel like maybe he was a good candidate for you, come to find out at the end, if you would have worked through it and gave him a chance. Maybe. I doubt it, but maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that that's safe. I think that's perfectly okay. Yep.
Yeah, okay, I get that. Leave, don't argue.
No,
But
yeah.
like, don't try to fix it. Don't try to fix it.
No.
That's what scares me. Is like women who have been conditioned to people please, hearing that and being like, oh, because like I said, I've never seen that woman, so I don't know her message.
Yeah.
But like women who've been conditioned to people please, hearing that and being like, oh, no arguing. If I don't argue with him, then I'll be able to continue with this relationship.
I got it.
You know?
I think that's why you were mentioning like the femininity coaches, because they teach you how to just be a pick me. I got you. Yeah, she not doing that. She teaching you to like it in a certain way. It gives you like an artificial backbone, so to speak. And I don't mean that with any disrespect, but it gives you like you know, for all intents and purposes, it gives you a backbone, right? Because you have this set of rules, and you're like, boom, he breaks the rule, I'm out. Whereas before, you might have been willing to be on some like, you know, it wasn't that bad. He didn't yell, you know, whatever it is. And she's like, no, if you argue, it's over. If he argues with you, it's over. Just end it. Okay. I think that's, I don't think that that's bad. Like, I don't think that that's bad. I don't know.
Right. Okay. I agree with that.
Hey, Lynn. Hey, Pub. So basically, Lynn, this lady we're kind of speaking about, she teaches you to have hard boundaries and set hard boundaries and don't deviate from them. Yeah, she teaches you a set of rules, and basically, if any of those rules are violated within that certain period, then she said, cut the relationship over. It's over. No questions, no excuses. Be done with it. Next.
She basically teaches you how to stand on business.
Okay, I agree with that. I guess I'm traumatized by all the women on this app who grift. Yeah. Who are like, if you send him this text message, he's going to fall in love with you. If you don't argue with him, and
she's not teaching you how to manipulate men. She's not teaching you how to manipulate. Okay, that's not what she's doing at all. It's all about you. It ain't got nothing to do with the person you dating. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, it's for you. It's like, these are my boundaries. These are my rules. These are hard lines I'm drawing in the sand. If you cross this hard line, this boundary, I'm out. And you don't tell the man that, because, you know what I'm saying, you just test him to see if he's naturally like that. And if he isn't, then you leave. That's all I'm saying. Like, I think that that's fair. But I agree. The femininity, those people are nuts. Those people, I'm like, what the fuck does that? Like Kay already said, how do you coach somebody on how to be more feminine? That doesn't make any sense. It's weird. That's a grit.
Right.
No doubt about it.
Shira, because she teaches hard boundaries too. Like, y'all know me. Like, the people who know me. I'm a hard boundary queen. That's me all the way. I'm gonna agree with hard boundaries 100% because I'm a selfish motherfucker. And if you hurt me, or if you doing anything that hurt me, you gotta go, baby.